Shalom, Israel. I.S.U.P.K. Chicago. Wednesday night biblical law class. You understand? Yours truly, Lamaki Allah. We got some mighty men with me right now. You understand? So today, because it's a biblical law class day, we're going to go on about something that's really, really rampant going on in the earth today. You understand? If everyone does not know already, you're about to be informed. But apparently this month of June 2019 is Gay Pride Month. Right. You understand? Where you can go, they're going around with their rainbows, they're having parades, they're having events and festivities, all commemorating everyone that has a homophobic nature or is a homosexual. You understand? Which, of course, you get into the scriptures, you understand that is an abomination. That's right. You understand? I ain't going to just say that out of my own mouth. I'm going to give you the Lord's words. But right now, I have this brother holding this link. We're going to jump into right now. We're going to go back and forth through the link or the website, the article, and the scriptures. It's going to be back and forth. All right, so keep in touch. Go ahead.
Xbox is celebrating LGBT Pride Month with a lot of pride.
Say what?
Xbox is celebrating LGBT Pride Month with a lot of pride.
You understand? Your favorite game system. You understand? Your Xboxes, y'all Xbox players and all you Xbox One lovers, y'all about to take a hit right now. You understand? Y'all always thought you had the best game system. You understand? It was just the best thing in the world, but you just lost every last brownie point and every last argument you could have ever tried to get with Xbox, because Xbox right now is celebrating into the LGBT Gay Pride Parade Month or whatever it is. Right. You understand? Xbox promotes and supports homosexuality. Right. You understand? That's what this link is about. And we're going to get into it even more. Go ahead.
Xbox revealed 80% of its gamers were either gay or transgender.
Say what?
Xbox revealed 80% of its gamers were either gay or transgender.
You understand? Xbox came out with the statistics study on the people that played their system, and they came to the number of 80%, 80% are either homosexual or transgender. Meaning 80% of people that play the game either like the same sex or they had a sex change. Right. Yeah, then they were born this and transferred over here, or they are what they were born, but like the same sex. Right. You understand? That's a high number of people.
Yes, it is.
80%? That's crazy. You understand? So there's your first strike for all you Xbox gamers.
That's right.
You understand? If you in that 20%, you still suspect. Yeah, there's an 80% chance you're homosexual, according to Xbox, your favorite system.
That's right.
You understand? So that's strike one.
I wouldn't brag about being an Xbox gamer no more.
You understand? I saw this link. I was a little bit on topic. I saw this link that said, "What is good about an Xbox?" Right? It was a person with a book. Right. They opened up the book, and the inside said, "Buy a PlayStation 4." Mm-hmm. You understand? That's what you need to do is buy the PlayStation 4, because guess what? PlayStation. No, it's gonna go into. I ain't even get it. Go ahead.
To celebrate LGBT, it has released a beautiful thing.
It has released a what?
A beautiful thing.
It has released a beautiful thing. Let's figure out what that beautiful thing might be. Go ahead.
And a custom Xbox One console.
A what?
And to celebrate LGBT, it has released a beautiful theme and a custom Xbox One console.
You understand? They made a custom Xbox One console. Of course, that's the newest gen that's out right now. Right. So they made a specific console just for this LGBT nonsense. Go ahead.
Addiction is to make this celebration of LGBT one to remember. It will make all account avatars transgender.
They will do what?
To make this to make this celebration of LGBT one to remember.
You understand? For Xbox to make this LGBT Pride Month to remember, there's a celebration that's going to go on right now. Go ahead.
It will make all account avatars.
It will make all the account avatars, a little person that you create, and you dress up, you pick his clothes, their facial structure, and all that, the one that's supposed to resemble you. Go ahead.
Avatar transgender.
Yeah, they're going to make all the avatars transgender.
Wow.
Yeah, that means so I'm just guessing because I don't have an Xbox, because I'm not homosexual or transgender. You understand? If I'm understanding this correctly, that means those avatars are created. So let's say there's a brother or a man that's playing the game, regardless if he's straight or not, or homosexual or not. His little character that he created, is it about to have a sex change? That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, what, they're gonna give his avatar character some titties?
Right.
It is, excuse my language. They're gonna give him some breasts. And what are they gonna do? They're gonna take away the female's breasts and give her a rod.
Wow.
You know, that's the only way I can. Or they're gonna change the facial structure, make his face look feminine and her face look bearded, or whatever like that. That's the only thing I can think of.
Right.
Because I don't really want to touch no Xbox controller no more. Because that way. Go ahead.
For the whole month of June.
For this entire month of June, the whole 30 days? It is that, if I'm not mistaken, we got 30 days this month. Yes, 30 days of the month. Every day, your character has had a sex operation.
Wow.
A sex change, apparently, according to y'all favorite system.
Right.
You understand? Because I remember Xboxes used to be the thing.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Xboxes have just taken a giant leap and hurdle and vault backwards. You understand? Go ahead.
Xbox gamers have shown their excitement by taking selfies wearing their most stylish drag outfit next to their Xbox gaming system.
Yo, I wish I had some photos to show y'all.
Wow.
You understand? The Xbox players, the gamers themselves that are supporting this LGBT month Xbox celebration and whatnot, they're taking photos of them wearing drag outfits.
In their most stylish drag outfits.
In their most stylish drag outfits. You know what a drag outfit is for, right?
Yeah, sir.
A drag outfit is cross-dressing.
Kinky boots.
Yeah, they're getting some kinky boots. And then the man putting some fake breasts in his shirts and wearing all feminine, like a maid outfit.
3-inch eyelashes.
It said a super long nails and super tall heels. It is that next to their avatar to show you what it was or to show you what they represent.
Right.
You understand? So if you can hold that, let's go to Deuteronomy 22:5. It is there to show y'all how disgusting this Xbox homosexuality, cross-dressing, transgender awareness, Pride Parade month, how disgusting it really is according to the scriptures. You understand? If you go to the scriptures, which we are right now, we will show you that it is a sin and it's against the scriptures for anyone to cross-dress.
Right.
If you're a man, you don't wear what a woman wears.
Right.
If you're a woman, you don't wear what a man wears. That doesn't mean a woman can't wear pants.
Right.
And a man can't wear and I'll give you something a man can wear that. I don't know. I don't think nothing. Is that a woman can wear pants if she wants to wear basketball shorts, it's cool.
Right.
You understand? Because there are men pants and women's pants.
Right.
You understand? Oh, okay. A man can't wear his skinny jeans.
Right.
You understand? Skinny jeans are a woman's apparel. Regardless, it says men's on the back. The fact that it's tight and you're trying to show every last little bit of what you have, that's what females do.
Right.
It's try to show their shape. A man don't need to show his shape. A man's shape is basically the same as every other man. You understand? Unless you have heavyweight or lightweight. You understand? You don't really got curves like a woman does. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
It said, a woman shall not wear anything that pertains to a man. Meaning, a woman doesn't go around and wear some boxer briefs.
Right.
She doesn't need to go wear none of those. A woman doesn't need to go around wearing some, give me some other things.
a man outfit. A man go by a man top and bottom. I guess.
And go around. A woman shouldn't be going around wearing some. She shouldn't dress like a dyke.
Right.
You understand? A dyke. You understand? Going around wearing your saggy pants, showing the men's boxes you wearing.
Right.
Walking around in your big bad combat boots.
Right.
You understand? Trying to dress like a thug.
Right.
But that's just not how a woman's supposed to be dressing.
That's right.
A woman is supposed to be soft and delicate and comely, meaning beautiful. You understand? Feminine. There's nothing. A woman is not feminine if she tries to wear men's clothes.
Right.
Why? Because then she starts picking up on the spirit of a man.
Right.
Meaning her spirit is more masculine.
Right.
She's trying to become strong and have some independence and have some authority in the type of lifestyle she's living.
Right.
Trying to rule over another female.
Right.
That's a sin. You understand? That's a mental disease for a woman to dress like a man and then go get a woman. You understand? It's a mental disease for a woman to dress like a man, get with a woman, and then at night go put a rubber strap on
right.
and say you tearing it up.
Right.
You understand? You ain't tearing nothing up. Apparently the toy is.
Right.
You understand? That is an abomination.
Yes, it is.
You understand? Go ahead.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. You understand? A woman's garment would be like a dress.
Right.
You understand? A woman's garment would be those high heels.
Right.
Woman's garment would be a crop top.
A bra,
bras, panties, cross-dressing.
Wigs.
Wigs. I have to think about that. I know. Yeah, that's true. That's a woman's. Yes, man should do that.
Yeah.
You understand? Mm. Men, I see this brother, apparently he's getting some type of fame about him, but he goes around wearing some pink high heel boots that go all the way up to his kneecap. He wears a long sleeve crop top, sparkly silver top, and he goes around doing backflips in the malls and does acrobats and like cartwheels and stuff, pretending to beat people up. Like, yeah, you ain't beat nobody up in those pink high heels. You know what I'm saying? And wearing leather skinny jeans. Like, yo. You know what I'm saying? You want to know why men shouldn't wear skinny jeans? Because those skinny jeans and that spandex and all that, too much of that gives you testicular cancer. You understand? That's why have you ever realized that when you get your boxers, briefs or something, there's a little bit loose fitting? You understand why? Because too much friction and stuff like that can give a man cancer. You understand? So that's why a man should stay away from that. You understand? That whole cross-dressing, and that's why that's so heavy that it says in the link, it said, what? Go back to the link, the last sentence you read with the people putting the pictures of the avatars.
Okay, while Xbox is showing a lot of support, to make this celebration of LGBT1 to remember, it will make all account avatars transgender for the whole month of June. Xbox gamers have shown their excitement by taking selfies, wearing their most stylish drag outfits. A drag outfit is something that a man wearing female apparel. Right.
You understand? That's a drag. That's why it's called drag queens.
Correct.
You understand? I don't know if they do have drag queens. I don't know. I've never heard that.
I've never heard of drag.
Is there a term for opposite of drag queen? I'm not sure.
Yeah, straight.
You understand? Being a drag queen is against the scripture. You understand? Putting all the makeup on. Right. Walking around like you got fake breasts, and you wearing a maid's outfit and a tutu, and you walking around as a full-grown 6'5" man,
right,
trying to be a small little petite female,
trying to get straight men attention.
Yeah, trying to get straight men's attention. That is just disgusting. I don't know. It's a mental disease. You realize back in like the 1900s, it was actually in the book, in the dictionary or whatnot. If you Google it, it was actually considered a mental disorder for someone to be homosexual.
Right.
You understand? And now in 2017 through 19 and whatnot, they're flipping the script and they're making it seem like people that don't support homosexuality have the mental disease.
Right.
You understand? But that's how the so-called white man is.
Right.
He's a deceiver and a liar, and he's the most evil, wicked, abominationable thing on this earth.
That's right.
You understand? And he's influenced everybody else to follow after what he wants. But go ahead with the anyone's question.
For all that do so are an abomination unto the Lord thy God.
You understand? Any person that wants to be a drag queen, any person that wants to go around and dress like the opposite sex, you are an abomination unto the Lord. You going straight to church on Sunday, being a man wearing your skinny jeans. The Lord hates you. You a female walking around, or you a male going into church or whatnot. You going around trying to pray to the Lord wearing a dress and a skirt. The Lord hates you. You understand? The Lord doesn't love you, and He is not with you with all this homosexuality nonsense. You understand?
Right.
All right, let's drop that. Let's go back to the link.
Come on, sir. While Xbox is showing a lot of support, Sony PlayStation 4s have received a lot of backlash for not supporting the LGBT movement.
You understand? Xbox is a sellout.
Come on.
Xbox is a sellout. PlayStation is not going to change its ways just to get more followers, to get more gamers and stuff like that.
Right.
You understand? Now PlayStation is getting flack for not supporting LGBT Gay Pride Month or whatever like that. Good.
Right.
Good. PlayStation should never cross that line.
That's right.
You understand? It's a just thing that they ain't going over to the dark side, which is homosexuality. You understand? Just because you have a rainbow flag doesn't mean it ain't evil and dark.
Right.
You understand? Go ahead.
Okay, sorry. A large portion of Xbox gamers who are transgender have taken this opportunity to brag about how much better Xbox is.
You understand? Now, all these transgenders, the ones that got their sex changes and all their operations on their bodies, they're going to go around and they're going to brag about how much better Xbox is when really it's the opposite.
Right.
You understand? Really, sooner or later, the entire population of gamers for Xbox are all going to be homosexuals and transgenders.
Right.
You understand? Because guess what? A real straight person is not going to want to fit into that category.
That's right.
They ain't going to want to be even remotely close or have anyone even suspect them of being fruity.
Correct.
You understand? That's just crazy.
That's disgusting.
Because Xbox gamers, if you have an Xbox and you don't want to be perceived as a homosexual,
in that 80%.
If you want to end up in that 80%, you might as well sell that thing.
Right.
Break it, get rid of it. Because right now, no matter what you do, as long as you play in your Xbox, your avatar is transgender. You understand? So right now, right, if you like it or not, you supporting LGBT every time you log in. You understand?
Wow.
For this entire month, every time you use your character, you are supporting homosexuality.
Wow.
If you whether you like it or not.
That's right.
Whether you know it or not. You understand? So you just fit into that 80%. Go ahead.
It seems as if the battle of what gaming console is, the best will be far from over as this moves to more than just gaming, but also what platform supports its gamers.
That's that. All right. You understand? And now, you know what the color of the Gay Pride Parade is? Remember, what's the colors that they use for the Gay Pride Parade?
The rainbow.
The rainbow. You understand? The thing is that they are disgracing and dishonoring what a rainbow truly represents.
Right.
You understand? That's the whole point of the matter is a rainbow represents something way greater than homosexuality.
Right.
You understand? And that's how it's so demonic. is that they could have used anything they wanted to for their logo for homosexuality. But then they took the rainbow. You understand? And I'm going to show you how they're dishonoring the rainbow. And I'm going to show you really what the rainbow represents. So grab me Genesis chapter 9, verse 11. If you could. We're going to get the whole story of what a rainbow represents and everything like that. And get rid of this. Rainbows represent homosexuals.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Rainbows do not represent homosexuals. Homosexuals represent homosexuals.
That's right.
You understand? There's no color that represents them. There's no logo or anything like that. If they want to promote it themselves, they can promote it. But don't disgrace the rainbow.
Right. Don't
disgrace something that was honored by that should be honored.
Right.
And looked at as something great.
Right.
You understand? Let's get it.
Genesis chapter 9, verse 11. Mm-hmm. And I will establish my covenant with you.
You understand? So when you go into the book of Genesis chapter 9, you'll see that it's going over the whole story of Noah, right? With the flood on the earth, with Noah, his 3 sons, they wives. You understand how the Lord destroyed all flesh that was on the entire earth,
right?
And only 8 persons lived through it, and the animals itself, and all the animals and whatnot. That's the story Genesis 9 is about, and we're gonna go into why and how the rainbow came into light.
Right.
Go ahead.
Neither shall.
So read it.
Genesis chapter 9, verse 11. And I will establish my covenant with you.
Say what?
I will establish my covenant with you.
And at this time, the Lord is he's giving his covenant, meaning his promise,
right,
unto Noah. You understand? Because Noah is the one that the Lord chose to basically rebuild everything.
Right.
You understand? From the ground up. You understand? Because he just wiped out all the wicked on the earth, all the animals, everything that the Lord did not have get on the ark with Noah.
That's right.
You understand? So Noah was the one chosen to be the forefather, progenitor of what came to be after the flood, for lack of better words. You understand? Go ahead.
Constance, I want to ask a question.
Go ahead.
This promise, right, is this after he had destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah? Or
Sodom and Gomorrah.
As you know, the cities when they, I think Lot was trying to give his daughters to the guys, and they didn't want them. They wanted the 2 angels, and the angels went up. They destroyed the whole everything.
Pretty sure that's it. This is before.
Okay.
Yes, before. Noah was Adam's grandson.
Right.
And at the time of Lot and stuff like that, it was after the flood. Yeah. Go ahead.
Neither shall there any more be a flood to destroy the earth.
Neither shall all flesh.
And I will establish my covenant with you. Neither shall all flesh be cut off anymore by the waters of a flood.
You understand? The Lord just promised Noah that all flesh, meaning all living creatures,
right,
will not be wiped out by a flood ever again.
Right.
You understand? That was a one-time deal where the Lord needed to get rid of the populace on the earth due to the amount of wickedness that was going about. You understand? After the whole Adam and Eve thing,
right,
and how sin came upon the world,
right,
it basically overtook everything and everybody. You understand? Besides Noah. Right. You understand? Besides Noah and his family, the Lord deemed to be the ones to carry on the legacies and whatnot.
Right.
The Lord made a promise and a covenant to Noah that would never happen again. There wouldn't have to be another big ark to be built to survive and whatnot. None more of that. Go ahead.
Neither shall there any more be a flood to destroy the earth.
You understand? And there won't be another flood that destroys the earth like it did back then. You understand? Because that flood destroyed everything.
Right.
You understand? Except fish, I guess. Besides the fish. You understand? It destroyed all the humans, all the beasts. Everything. You understand? Everything that needed land to live on perished. Besides the ones that got onto the ark. You understand? That goes. I'm pretty sure that's a lot of plant life as well. You can't. This is something called overwatering.
Right.
You realize you put too much water in a plant, it ain't gonna grow no more.
Right.
You feel me? So a lot of things perished in that flood.
Right.
So that's why I said the earth, because basically the entire earth was destroyed. All the vegetation, all the land, and all the people dwelling on those lands, all the animals dwelling on those lands, they were utterly destroyed. Go ahead.
Verse 12. And God said, "This is the token of the covenant."
You understand? The Lord's about to give you a token, as in like you have a token for so-called white man is a token for a marriage, right?
Right.
The token for a so-called white man marriage is that ring.
Right.
You understand? It's an object to show, or something to show proof that the promise or the covenant was made abound. Right. Go ahead.
Which I make between me and you.
You understand? Which he's making between him and Noah. Go ahead.
And every living creature that is with you.
And all the creatures that survived in the ark, they have received that promise as well. You understand? Because they don't have to worry. No human or person, no animal, nothing like that have to ever think about the flood ever again.
Right.
You understand? So he made the promise to all life. Go ahead.
For perpetual generations.
Yes, for perpetual generations. Perpetual means everlasting or ongoing. You understand? Of course, life is going to be abound forever. You understand? He's promising all life that there shall not be any flood ever again.
Right.
Go ahead, Robert. You want me to write down first?
No, wait.
Right, go ahead.
Verse 13. I do set my bow in the cloud.
His what?
My bow in the cloud.
His what?
My bow in the cloud.
And what is a bow? What bow could he have set in the clouds?
The rainbow.
The rainbow. Do you understand? What comes with an excessive amount of water?
A rainbow.
A rainbow. You understand? You go to a car wash, what do you see outside? Rainbows. You understand? It rain outside, you get a rainbow.
On a sunny day.
You know, a sunny day. You can even be outside spraying your hose and you'll see the rainbow. You understand? Because it's like reflection of different lights from different angles that create that form.
Actual colors. Purple.
All the way from what, red down to blue, purple, or whatever. I don't know the order.
Yeah.
You understand? But that bow in the cloud is the token for the promise itself. The same way a ring is the promise for a marriage in the so-called white man society.
Right.
You know, that's why I'm going to keep saying so-called white man, because the ring has nothing to do with a real marriage. Right. I'm saying because that's what they perceive it to be. Right. You understand? That bow, that rainbow that the LGBT community wants to use for the gay pride, it's not about no homosexuality. No, it's not. It's about a promise the Lord made to all living creatures, all living flesh on this earth. Right. You understand? That there will be no more flood by the waters. Go ahead.
And it shall be for a token of a covenant between me and the earth.
You know what I'm saying? That's not only just a promise between the Lord and the inhabitants of the earth, but that's the entire earth. Right. You understand? Because if you didn't know, the earth is alive. That's right. You understand? The earth lives. That's how you have dirt and things grow, because it's alive. You understand? Go ahead.
Verse 14.
Going all the way down to 17.
And it shall come to pass when I bring a cloud over the earth.
Yes, and when the Lord brings a cloud over the earth, is that when it's a cloudy day, or there's a whole bunch of clouds in random spots in the sky during a sunny day or whatever like that. Go ahead.
That the bow shall be seen in the cloud.
You'll see that rainbow. You understand? You'll see it up in the clouds. There's no leprechaun there. No. Don't worry about none of that. It's just another folk story the white man likes to make.
Right. No gold
at the end of the rainbow. I'm sorry. Right. That people always say you can never find the end of the rainbow and all that nonsense. Right. I'm sorry. I gotta say it. I saw the end of a rainbow once. Y'all liars. Right. I blew my mind as well. I was literally just driving. I literally saw it come down and boop, it was there. At the end of the rainbow. Of course, it didn't literally touch the ground, but that was where it ended. You understand? But go ahead.
15. And I will remember my covenant, which is between me and you, and everything and every living creature of all flesh.
You understand? So when you see that rainbow that they use on the LGBT gay pride, you should look at that as a dishonor
That's
to
right.
something holy the Lord gave
That's
all
right.
the earth. You understand?
Right.
That's not only for Israel. That's not only just for blacks and Indians. That's something that is for everybody.
That's right.
You understand? That's for all living creatures,
Right.
all the races on the earth, all the animals, the fowls, the insects, the plants, everything.
Right.
You understand? That's the whole point of the matter, is that homosexuality in the gay pride parades is a abomination, and it's disgusting that they turn something so precious, so holy, into the disgusting.
Right.
You understand? Something that makes real normal people want to throw up every time they see it.
Right.
You understand? Go ahead.
And the waters shall no more become a flood to destroy all flesh.
You understand? All the waters on the earth, there ain't gonna be no floods like that. There might be a flood over here and over there, but there's not gonna be a flood that covers the entire earth,
Right.
like it did back in the time of Noah. Go ahead.
16. And the boat shall be in the cloud,
Mm-hmm.
and I will look upon it,
Mm-hmm.
that I may remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living creature of all flesh that is upon the earth.
You understand that? When you see that rainbow, that's what you should think about.
That's
The
right.
promises the Lord made with everybody, with all living creatures.
Right.
You look at that rainbow, be like, damn, that's the Lord right there.
Right.
That's what I do every time I see a rainbow. I'll be like, you understand? If it wasn't for that rainbow, I could be dead too.
Right.
You
Right.
understand?
Yeah.
That's a promise we made.
Right.
That's a beautiful thing.
That's right.
You understand? That's a sacred thing you can always hold within you. But go ahead.
17. And God said unto Noah, this is the token of the covenant which I have established between me and all flesh that is upon the earth.
You understand? We need to look at the rainbow as the token. The same way you want to look at your ring on your wedding ring finger as a token of your marriage in the white man society, you should look at it with more love than you do at a stupid little ring you got.
Right.
You understand? Whatever type of token you got from your brothers or sisters or whatever, make sure you got to remember that the Lord's promises outweigh every other promise.
Right.
Because that's the creator of all things, and you.
Right.
It is that.
So that means that these homosexuals, transgenders, and whatever else you done took something, a promise that the Most High made to the earth and every living creature, and turned it into an abomination.
Exactly. You turn the Lord's promise into abomination. You understand? You literally took the Lord's promise and put it somewhere it don't belong.
Right.
You understand? That's the whole point of the matter, is that just Xbox, you're disgusting. Everyone that plays Xbox, or at least that 80%, y'all disgusting.
Yeah.
The other 20%, hopefully, I do know some brothers that have Xboxes, so I'm just hoping they get rid of them. It is there and come to the good side. It is there. So that's that on that whole Xbox nonsense and everything like that. So let's jump over to that second link you got. But sure, I'll give you a second so I can record. You want to touch? Go ahead.
K-12 schools bringing in drag queens to teach gender ideology.
All right, read that one more time.
K-12 schools.
K to 12 schools, meaning kindergarten to 12th grade.
Bringing in drag queens.
Doing what?
Bringing in drag queens.
Kindergarten through 12th grade are bringing in drag queens
to teach gender ideology.
They're bringing in drag queens to schools, children's schools, to teach what?
Gender ideology.
Gender ideology. Do you know what gender ideology is?
A bunch of idiots just idiot means acting like women. That's all I
basically. I'm gonna show you
gender ideology. That's their ideal of what's they twisted way of thinking they right, I guess.
You understand?
And the thing is, I don't understand what kind of idiots in them damn schools think this is okay. What kind of perverts are y'all to allow this?
You understand? Gender ideology is it's basically about just because you're born something doesn't mean you need to identify with it.
Right.
You understand? It lets you know on the roles. That role, like everyone's has their own choice.
Right.
You understand? No one has a specific role in the household or this and this and that. It's like whatever you want to identify yourself. You understand? Like what was it? It was back a few years ago when Will Smith's son and daughter, what Jaden and Willow Smith,
Right.
they started coming out and be like, just because I have a rod doesn't make me a man.
Oh, right.
Just because I have a box doesn't make me a woman. It's whatever you identify with. You understand? They said, how does what you were born with determine what gender you are?
Wow.
You understand? And then through that, and of course, through the white man's propaganda and all this nonsense of homosexuality and transgenderism and all that, they're making it so you can choose your gender regardless of whatever private parts you have. You still have a choice on what roles you should have in life or in the household and stuff like that.
Wow.
Just because I have a rod doesn't mean I'm not a woman. That's what they're trying to say.
Really?
You understand? So that's what they're trying to let the drag queens go tell these kindergartners to 12th grade kids is that just because you're born a specific way doesn't mean you have to live that way.
It's like, so when you come out of your mother's womb and the doctor spank you on your butt and they look down to see what's your gender, vagina or rod, so they just going to exclude all of that right there.
Basically,
they're jump over that part.
Basically, they're excluding that. They're saying, "Oh, you have a little baby boy." Well, apparently not. Nah, you have a little baby it.
Yeah.
You have it.
Yeah. It.
If you get a shoes later down the line, and whether it's a boy or a girl, it just has a rod now. Because that's stupidity.
At the height.
That's the dumbest. That's one of the highest levels of stupidity
yes, sir.
I've ever heard of.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? No, keep going.
I've heard a lot. K-12 schools are bringing drag queens into the classroom to teach gender ideologies. A Thursday video revealed.
You understand? There's a video of this. I'm not gonna pull a video today. You understand? There's a video of a couple of drag queens dressed up in their drag apparel. You understand? Coming into a school, a public school. I think it was like middle school or something like that. And they're over here teaching on stage in like the gymnasium,
right, about
gender ideology. There's a video. Just go Google it for all you bystanders out there. Go look for yourselves. It's not just hearsay. Hearsay. Go ahead.
Teachers are praising drag queen story hour. So they get to stand in front of a class for a whole hour.
They get a whole hour. Maybe that usually an hour is the average time per class in kindergarten to 12th grade, and then once you get to college, it moves up to like 2 hours or so. But a whole hour is a whole class period.
Wow.
You understand? So yeah, they had to learn about gender ideology for a whole hour, disregarding the age. You know, it's disregarding the age group.
Right.
They're teaching all ages of children. In a sense, of first, let's go to Proverbs 22:6, Baba Gashah. Let me grab this real quick.
22:6.
22:6, yeah. The whole point of the matter is that people don't teach what's right on the earth no more.
Right.
You know, so we don't teach our kids right. We don't teach our family right. We just lost as a people, especially Black, Spanish, Native Indians that support LGBT. Right. Go ahead.
And I can remember as far back like in the early 70s and things that around that time era. Very rarely would you even see. You hear about it, but you didn't see it like that. And as time is going past, I'm watching, and it's like it went from in the closet. I mean, literally in the closet. don't know if this is the way to phrase it, but it was like in the closet back then. Now it's like out in the open.
You know what I'm saying? But for not back in those days, homosexuality was shunned.
And it would get beat up.
You know what I'm saying? You get beat up, you'd be called everything. You'd be called queers,
all of that.
Abominations, all that. You'd be called every book, name in the bingo book. But now, through years of equality and marching and all that, it's the same thing as like the women's rights movement. You understand? If you beg for it sooner, if you have enough heathen, you have enough white people and all these other nations in your protest group, it will end up going in your favor. Same with marijuana. It used to be illegal, now it's legal. Homosexuality was shunned, now it's okay. But once if it's a black movement, then they just have them do it forever.
Right.
Unless it's beneficial to other races.
Right.
You understand? But children, kindergartners to 12th grade. So my little brother just graduated 12th grade. I'm glad he ain't in a fruity patootie.
And that's how you know that America itself, the moral fiber of America, is deteriorating at a dramatic rate because everything that's wrong is right now.
Yep.
You know, I mean, everything. They got the little kids fighting for them. A little boy that want to fight and take people to court because he want to use the bathroom in the girls' room. Everything that the scriptures talk about bestiality. Mm-hmm. I mean, these damn devils, man, they into a lot of stuff. And us as a nation, it's time for us to wake up because you can tell that the time is winding down and it's time to get yourself right, man, because the way things are going today, it's like no sense of righteousness, even when they ease God after schools. I can just remember parts of the history where, as I was growing up, when things was changing and you hear about this and hear about that, but now it's like a flame of fire. It's done got out of hand. It ain't getting out of hand. It's done got out of hand.
And before the Lord comes back, things got to get worse and worse and worse. This is one of those aspects.
Right. It's crazy.
So let's get that scripture good.
Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6. Mm-hmm. Train up a child in the way he should go.
You understand? We are supposed to be training up our children in the ways they should go.
Right.
You understand? But having drag queens go teach gender ideology that they can choose what gender they want to be and how they want to use their parts and all that, that's not the way to go. Right. You understand? That's against nature.
Right.
You understand? If you are born with a rod, you a man.
Right.
That's that.
That's
you born with a box, you a woman. That's
right.
that.
That's right.
Who are you to defy what God decided?
Right.
Or the Most High decided. The Most High decided for you to be a goddamn man. So you be a goddamn man.
Right.
The Lord wanted you to be a female, so be a female.
Right.
You understand? You don't have that choice. That choice was not given. The only reason it's given to you now is because the white man is a disgusting beast.
That's right.
You understand? He wants to become God. You understand? He wants to be like the Most High, like it says in Isaiah. He believes he is the Most High because he can recreate genders.
Right.
He can do this and do that and try to clone people and create artificial life. Right. He's doing these types of things so he believing he is God, right. Which means the power. You understand? Because he has all the power now and he hasn't been stopped yet. So he believes he can keep going,
right.
keep going. And black people are so damn naive, we fall into that illusion of freedom. You understand? There's no such thing as freedom if you're a black, Hispanic, Native Indian.
Right.
You understand? It's either life or death. It's that simple. You understand? There's no freedom.
Right.
You were born a man, so that's what you is.
That's right.
Regardless if you go get your genitals taken off, that doesn't change you a man.
Right. And what's so heavy about what you're saying right now, sir, I was reading an article where they letting guys that want to be women enter into female sports. One goddamn that beat a girl to death in one sport, And then they got this other guy racing these women, and he outrunning all of them.
Yep.
You know, the testosterone or whatever, it's still there.
You understand? Yo, if you a man and you want to go get a sex change and defy nature and defy the Lord to become a woman, you still have your big body, your manly body. You understand? Just because you got your rod chopped off and shoved inside of you, and you got some silicone breasts, that doesn't mean that you aren't gonna keep growing to your 6'5" height.
Right.
You ain't gonna get that big build.
Right.
You understand? Of course, if you a man, you got a sex change, and then you are allowed to be in a female sport, of course you're gonna win. Of course you are.
Right.
Because when it comes to physical types of sports, of course a man's gonna win.
Right.
A woman is not faster or stronger than a man in any type of way. None.
It's like, then you got to go back to wondering what's wrong with the people that's judging this stuff, man. What the hell is on y'all mind to allow this crap?
And you see that everyone wants to be okay with this homosexuality until you're the one that was beaten in a race by a man that got changed to a woman. You got second place in the Olympics to that transgender man. You're gonna be angry and you're gonna be like, "That's a man.
Yeah, right.
I should have got first place, but that's a man."
Right.
But then throughout the rest of the year, you're gonna be okay with it. You can't have it both ways.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That would be a hypocrite. You can't be okay with gay rights, and then get your behind beat in whatever type of sport you're doing, and then get mad that it was a man that beat you, but you accept that. You're just mad because you never thought it was gonna happen and mess up your life, but then it did messing up your life. You trained for your 15 years, schooling and training and all that, and then you get beat at the Olympics because they finally let men race in women's events.
Wow.
Well, there you go. You probably voted for it. You understand? Right. You probably best friends with. Yeah, you most likely did, but you never thought that it was going to happen at the one time in the life you needed it not to. You understand? You were about to be a gold medalist, Olympian, a world record breaker, but then since you are okay with men becoming women, you just got passed up by a man that said he was a woman. Right. With a frontal weave. You understand? Right. Well, there you go. You can't have it both ways. That's right. You understand? That's what it is. What it is. Go ahead.
Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it.
You understand? You realize while in this day and age, a child's mind state is a very young and influential thing. Right. It's like a sponge. You just put the sponge in the water, you squeeze it, you let go, and it just absorbs everything, regardless of what it is inside that, whatever type of liquid it is. You know what I'm saying? You want to give him you want to give your child nice, pure water. Right. And nice, something holy water we use. You give him a holy water, it's to suck him into his mind to make him the greatest he can be. Right. For him to learn. But then you go at the same time, the schools are doing the opposite. Right. They're putting tainted water into the water your son's sponge is getting squeezed into. Right. You understand? Now then, all the things that you taught your child squeezed out. All that holy water got squeezed out. Then in the school, he sucks up all that dirty water that these drag queens just went and taught him. Right. You understand? And you thought he was still going the right way. And then after 3 more years, you realize that your little boy Billy has another Billy. Right. You know what I'm saying? He's got Billy and Joe together now. He's, Mom, can I bring someone over? You finally say yeah, because he's at that age. He's like, nah, he's in 9th grade or 10th grade. And he wants to bring his first partner over. But of course, in your mind, you're thinking his partner is a female. And then you open the door and you'll see your son holding hands with this guy that has 5 o'clock shadow. Oh, you understand? Probably 21 years old. They've been together for the last 2 years. Oh my God. You don't know where you went wrong. Right. You understand? Because you told your child not to gay bash. Right. You told your son that everyone's equal and has their own rights. Okay, well now Billy and Joe are gonna break his bed in his bedroom. Wow. And then you're gonna have to hear what you don't want to, and you're gonna wonder why things went wrong.
So I don't think I wouldn't, as a parent, I'm gonna be real honest. I'm not just saying it. my son or my daughter could not bring no damn same sex to my house.
Yeah, I know they couldn't.
And I'm gonna disown their ass if they keep that lifestyle going.
Yes, they the thing is that Israel's weak. Black Hispanic Indians spiritually are weak. You understand? That's why you go into the scriptures. The scriptures say what? Children are our oppressors. You understand? It's not only talking about the little kids. It's talking about your child. You understand? Right. Regardless of the age, regardless of how old I am right now, I'm still my mom's child. You understand?
Right.
Regardless of the age we are,
that's right.
I'm still her child, and
right.
I could, if literally, I'm using myself as an example, is because I can. I could be her oppressor if I had her do things that she shouldn't do.
Right.
You understand? That's the whole point of the matter. That she's gonna want to love and have her son forever. She's not gonna want to disown his sexuality.
Right.
Because if she does that, she might lose her son. So she's scared of that.
Yeah.
So she's just going to be like, it's your body, your choice. Like the Christian pastor have been telling her for her 50 years or for her 30 years of being alive. You get my point? But all right, we dropped that. We, as a nation, we're supposed to guide our children in the ways they should go. I mean, they should go in the direction of what? The Lord.
That's right.
You understand? I don't mean the Lord that you have in church on Sundays. I don't mean that. I mean the Lord of the nigga God of the Bible. You know, that Lord. You understand? The one that made his covenant with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You understand? That's how they should be learning.
That's right.
Because they'll soak that up and they won't depart from that.
Right.
You understand? Because they are taught exactly the right way.
Right.
You understand? You think you're teaching your kids the right way, but you just teaching them. You just giving them paths. You understand? You are like people in the world teaching their children. It's like you're teaching the child a straight path, but then the forks in the road come.
Right.
And they don't know which way they should go anymore because what? They moved out. They were told it's okay to be homosexual. They were told this, they were told that. And what you taught them before they hit that fork of the road wasn't based on a solid foundation.
Right. And
now, no child's going to think back to what you taught him, but then he's going to hear or see, he saw your actions. Your actions were, I love everybody.
Right.
God loves everybody.
Right.
Everyone's equal.
Right.
Don't gay bash.
Don't judge.
Don't judge. He hears all those terms with what you taught him, and then he's going to be confused.
Right.
So then he's just going to pick whatever hell he wants. He's like, well, damn. He's going to think I'm grown. I can make my own decisions.
Yeah.
That's what kids do.
Right.
But if you teach them with a solid foundation and enough discipline, they ain't going to waver.
That's right.
You feel my point? But let's get back to the link.
Come on, sir. Teachers are praising Drag Queen Story Hour, according to a clip released by videographer Sean Fitzgerald and the David.
Read that first.
Teachers are praising Drag Queen Story Hour.
The teachers in that school are praising Drag Queen Teaching Hour. Yeah, there's an hour. The teachers are loving it.
The story that the drag queen telling it.
Yeah, they loving these kids getting taught this gender ideology. You want to know why they're really loving it? Because that's an hour they don't gotta do nothing.
Right.
That's the hour they don't gotta teach these snot-nosed brats.
Right.
And they mind.
Right.
You understand? The teachers get irritated at them kids.
That's right.
They get to go back into the teacher's lounge, have a cup of coffee, have a couple of laughs, take a nap, grade their homework, do whatever they gotta do. They love it because they get to relax. They love it because they are experiencing children get taught freedom. You understand? They get taught what they want, what America promotes.
Right.
Freedom. America promotes freedom. Do they not say the land of the free, the home of the brave? They say that, do they not? Because America promotes being free,
yeah,
but really doesn't teach. No, they teach being free, but they don't live in that lifestyle. You ain't free if you're a black man and Indian.
That's right.
You free if you white. You free if you're Arab or Chinese, right, because they have militaries to back up their people.
Right.
But go ahead.
According to a clip released by videographer Sean Fitzgerald and the David Horowitz Freedom Center, the program cultures the imagination and play of the gender fluidity of childhood, and gives kids glamorous, positive, and unabashedly queen role models. Unabashedly.
You understand? These kids are getting, as I said, queen role models like they aren't men.
Right.
You understand? The teachers are loving it. Everyone's loving it because these kids are getting role models. Getting role models by a queen. Who made him queen? Who made Steve a queen?
I don't know.
Who made Bob a queen?
Right.
You understand? They made themselves queens. You realize where the word queen comes from?
Sure.
Back in the day, the word queen meant like a harlot. You understand? A queen was a hoe.
Right.
For lack of better words.
Right.
It's called queening. You understand? That's the whole point of the matter. They get queen role models, but even if in the term of kings and queens, a queen's a goddamn female.
Right.
You understand? Even if you believed in that king and queen nonsense.
Right.
Of course, we don't believe in queens. If you're an Israelite, there's no such thing as a queen. Y'all just princesses. Men are kings.
Right.
Women can't be queens if you're an Israelite due to a woman is not supposed to have authority over anyone but her child.
Right.
You understand? But queens in like Egypt and stuff like that, they had power over whoever. You understand? But that doesn't work in a nation of Israel.
Right.
You want to call yourself a queen and a goddess? You ain't. You're just a princess. We love y'all, and that's that.
Right.
You understand? But let's hit Leviticus 18 and 22. 18 and 22.
Leviticus chapter 18, verse 22. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind.
You understand? These drag queens are teaching our children that they can live any type of way they want. If they're a man, they can dress up like a female and go be with other men.
Right.
That's what they're learning.
Right.
You understand? If you are teaching gender ideology, meaning that they're basically teaching that it doesn't matter what gender you are, it depends on your ideology of it. You understand? How you believe or what you believe you are is what you are. What you believe you can do is what you can do. Disregarding your actual gender you were born. You understand? And once you disregard the gender you were born with, you go do whatever the hell you want.
Right.
You were born a man, but you don't believe that, and you believe you're a female. You're gonna go get that sex change, or you're gonna dress up as drag queens, and you're gonna start sleeping with the same sex.
Right.
Which is in itself an abomination.
Right.
Go read that scripture again.
Leviticus chapter 18, verse 22. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind.
You understand? You shouldn't have sex with mankind as you would with womankind. I mean, if you're a man, you ain't supposed to have no sexual orientations with another man as you would with a woman.
Right.
If you're a woman, you ain't supposed to have no sexual orientations with another woman as you should with a man.
Right.
You understand? A man was given a rod and a woman was given a box because those are what bring together and bring forth babies. There's no point in you being alive if you're not doing that.
You shouldn't even get arousal looking at another man.
You shouldn't be aroused by the same sex.
Right.
You understand? But like I said, through propaganda and promotion on this, women start looking at men as no good scums and dirt bags, and they look at women with nice bodies and stuff like that. It's a mental disease.
That's right.
You understand? You are slow. Yeah, so you need to go into a psychiatric hospital if you believe it's okay to be with the same sex. That's really what it is. You need to be purged of disgusting lusts. You understand? However, the point of the matter is that you think God loves you if you're homosexual.
Right.
You believe the Lord's okay with you going over there and doing whatever type of things you want to do with your boyfriend.
Right.
Thinking that y'all can get married.
Right.
Nowadays, people they having homosexual marriages in some places, in some states. What? As if you could really have intercourse.
Right. So like I said, you even got a lot of these male pastors, so-called pastors, that's coming out the closet and being what is it, active homosexual that got a congregation. And then you got a lot of guys that's going to church.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just said, they think the Lord love them. You are practicing homosexual, and you going to church thinking that you getting the word.
Mm-hmm.
And it's clear. It's clear you don't love the Lord.
The biggest conclusion of that matter is church is what breeds homosexuality.
That's right.
The Christian church promotes and is one of the major influences of homosexuality.
Right.
Your choir, all the boys or men in your choir are homosexuals. You understand? Especially the lead singer or whatever.
Yeah.
You understand? Y'all over here wearing your robes and hitting your high notes and your low notes, just singing all about Christian mingles and what's the music? Christian music. Where is a term for it? I can't think of the term. Gospel music. Thank you. Singing your gospel music, going around thinking that's the songs that the Lord wants to hear out your homosexual throat, knowing damn well you're gonna use that same throat to go do something abominable. You understand? It's just horrible. You understand? It's just horrible.
Yeah, that's horrible. That's horrible.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
It is there, but finish that.
20. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is an abomination.
It's an abomination, man. The same way it's an abomination for us to eat crab or shrimp or lobster or pork. The Lord shuns it. The Lord dislikes it. He hates it. You realize that an abomination is something that you hate, something that disgusts you.
Right.
The Lord is disgusted by LGBT people.
That's right.
The Lord is disgusted by you drag queens.
That's right.
And you homosexuals. And you dykes and all that. You sagging pants, skinny jean wearing people. Yeah. You understand? The Lord's he hates it. You understand? So I believe that's it on that. Let's hit a little bit more to link.
Okay. Maurice Sendick Community School, a public school located in Brooklyn, New York, hosted a drag queen and first grade teachers Alex Hernandez marveled at the event.
This is for first graders. First grade. What are you in first grade? 6, 7, maybe?
Right.
That is a young mind that accepts everything in front of them.
Right.
You understand? If this wasn't put out on the internet, you realize majority of those parents would not have known it happened.
Right.
You understand that? They wouldn't have known this happened unless a notice went about and they had to get permission slips. If this was in school, the school doesn't need to really do very much, get permission slips for events that go in the school during school hours. Majority of the time, at least.
So Slocky, so you're saying, so for a school to do this, they don't need the permission of those children's parents to put a sissy in front of their kids and give them a whole hour worth of whatever the hell coming out of his mouth?
Homosexuality is legal. The teacher teaching them every day could be homosexual. This is just the apparel. The drag queen is nothing but just the apparel of what a homosexual wears.
Okay.
You understand? Of course, in schools, it's just a dress code for what you can or can't wear. But this is the homosexuality. The regular teacher's most likely homosexual. Not even, 50. Apparently, to Xbox is an 80% chance. Feel me? So I don't think they need permission to do that.
It seems like they should be against the law.
It is against the law of the Lord. That's against the law. It is that they shall be put to death. Go ahead.
Drag Queen Story Hour gave my first graders a fun and alternative platform to talk and think about social and emotional issues like acceptance. Wow.
Read that just one more time. A little bit slower for just the podcast.
Drag Queen Story Hour.
Drag Queen Story Hour for these first graders, 6 years old.
Gave my first graders a fun.
These drag queens gave them a fun
and interactive platform.
An interactive platform, meaning they got to experience it firsthand.
To talk and think about social and emotional issues.
So they got to talk and understand and experience social issues.
Social and emotional.
Social and emotional issues, meaning they're pushing following emotions. You realize that, right?
Okay.
A boy or a man isn't supposed to follow his emotions, but they're teaching these first graders to follow them. Actually, no one should follow their emotions at all,
at that age.
Especially at that age. You understand? First graders, I feel like I could fly. Well, don't fly.
Right.
Please
don't jump.
They feel like I do this. They can feel like I do that. God. They're promoting following emotions through and using actions through it. Right? Go ahead.
Being yourself.
Being yourself, meaning however you feel like you are. Go ahead.
And loving who you are.
And loving who you are no matter what you choose or whatever denomination you fall under or choose to be under.
Hernandez said, during our debrief, students were preaching the incredible lesson.
The what?
Preaching the incredible lessons.
These first graders were preaching and teaching and just spewing out the walls the incredible lessons. Incredible. Is it really incredible for a full-grown man to put on a lingerie that a female should wear?
Right.
How is that incredible? What would be incredible is my dog walking through a wall. That would be incredible.
Right.
What would be incredible is me having a flying car. That would be incredible. Right. You understand? Or having a dragon. That would be incredible to me. Not incredible for a man to just dress how a woman dresses. How is that incredible? That's not incredible at all.
That's right.
You understand? Anyone can do that. They shouldn't, but they could. Go ahead.
During their debrief, students were preaching the incredible lessons they had learned. Like, it's okay to be different.
You realize when they say it's okay to be different, they're saying it's okay to be gay, right? You understand? Hey, that used to be a phrase, YouTube. Don't even try me. You understand? It's okay to be a homosexual is what these first graders are saying.
Right. And there's no such thing as boy and girl things. Shalom.
There's no such thing as boy and girl things. Wow. Meaning that everything is for everybody, is what they're saying.
So if you want to put on your little sister panties, go ahead.
If you're a full-grown man and you want to put your daughter's thong on, apparently it's okay.
Right.
You understand? If you're a woman and you want to put a strap-on on you and put it in another woman, apparently it's okay, right, according to these queer queens. These drag queens. My bad.
If you want to go out there and catch full-blown AIDS, apparently it's okay.
Yeah, for you. You want AIDS, you got it now. You understand? Call JG, you might work. let's grab Leviticus 20 and 13 both. It's your AIDS and you need it now. That's your business.
Right.
Look at the next page.
Leviticus chapter 20, verse 13. If a man also lie with mankind.
And if a man lie with mankind, meaning if you are a man and you go sleep with another man,
right?
It is then wearing whatever y'all wear. Go ahead.
As he lieth with a woman.
As you're supposed to lie with a woman, you do the same things you would do with a woman, but you do it to a man. Go ahead.
Both of them have committed an abomination.
How many?
Both of them.
Both of them. The pitcher and the receiver.
That's
pitcher
right.
and the catcher. Regardless of what you are position you in, both of y'all. Say it again.
Have committed an abomination.
Both of y'all committed an abomination. Regardless if you're the one that gave it to him or the one that received it, you both are accountable. You understand? For all these men in the prison systems that haven't seen a woman in 15 years, cool. Don't see a man.
Right.
You understand? You have your two best friends, lefty and righty. You understand?
That's right.
That's your woman. Don't go find another man in the shower. Don't go do none of that. It's homosexual just to see a man with his shirt off. Men shouldn't be walking around the streets anywhere with their shirts off.
Right.
Man shouldn't go swimming with the shirt off. You understand? That was hard for me to understand. You understand? Because it just felt weird with the shirt on.
Right.
But guess what? It felt better. You understand? It feels better when you're completely covered up. You ain't naked and you don't know who the hell's watching you.
Right.
You understand? Go ahead.
They shall surely be put to death.
And both of y'all, homosexuals, the man with man, woman with woman, both of y'all, shall surely, it doesn't say might be or maybe or possibly, it says surely means going to be. You understand?
That's right.
Put to death. I mean that you are going to be put down like a rabid dog.
Right.
You'll be put down like a horse that lost two legs.
Right.
You understand? You'll be put down. Like you put down the chickens to eat. Put down cows to eat. You're going to be slaughtered. Literally. Slaughtered.
That's right.
Slaughtered and death are the same thing. Go ahead.
Their blood shall be upon them.
He said, your blood shall be upon you. Meaning it's your AIDS and you got it now. You understand? You got AIDS. That's what means for blood to be upon you, meaning your blood is what's killing you.
That's right.
You understand? You have cancer. Well, not cancer. Is cancer a blood disease?
No.
Give me another blood disease. AIDS, hepatitis. You understand? That's a blood being upon you. Hepatitis, AIDS. I don't know many.
Leave it whack.
Sure. That's enough. Those two are worse enough.
That's the major one.
Those are the two major ones.
Right.
Hepatitis A, B, and C, don't want them. AIDS, don't want them. Because guess what? Incurable.
Right.
You understand? And those will they will shorten your life. You understand? Look at Eazy-E.
Right.
You understand? Regardless of how he got the AIDS, regardless of how we got it,
right,
he still died in a quick manner.
Correct.
How many? What? 2-3 weeks?
Something like that.
He died within months.
Yeah.
You understand? That's what comes from homosexuality. You understand? Go ahead. I think that's it.
That's it, sir.
All right, drop that. Let's hit Romans 1:26. Actually, let's start 25.
Come on, sir. Romans
24. Let me think. Let me read up more. Yeah, let's start 25.
Come on, sir. Romans chapter 1, verse 24. Wherefore God also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts.
To the what?
Through the lust of their own hearts.
A lust of your own heart is wanting to go do whatever you want to do.
Right.
You understand? It's a lust of your own heart to go be a homosexual. Want to know why? Because that's not the Lord's way.
Right.
That's your way. You understand? You trying to follow what you want to do and how you want to do it. That's your own heart. It's your lust. You understand? It's not a sin to lust, but it depends on what you lust after.
That's right.
If you're a man and you lusting a lust, for example, who people don't know, the word lust, all it means is a deep desire for something.
Right.
You understand? Like if you have a deep desire to collect water bottles, cool, that's a lust.
Right.
You have a deep desire to have multiple wives, that's a lust. That's cool.
Right.
You have a lust to want to collect a lot of money, cool, that's fine. Own houses, that's cool.
Right.
You know, that's all okay. But once you start lusting after things that are sins according to the Bible, that's where you're going off. You understand? Lusting after another man is a sin. Lusting after another woman, if you're a woman, is a sin.
Right.
Lusting after pork and shrimp and crab and weed and
right.
cigarettes, that's all sins. That's a bad form of lust. You understand? That's a lust out of your own heart. You understand? There's something wrong with that. But lusting after something that is not, which is okay in the Lord's eyes, there's perfectly acceptable.
That's right.
Go ahead.
To dishonor their, okay. Wherefore God also gave them up to uncleanness through their,
what was that you word?
Uncleanliness.
It's unclean to want to be with another man. You are filthy to be with another woman. You're filthy. That's an unclean lust.
Right.
That's why it says the uncleanliness through the lusts of their own hearts. Because it's an unclean lust. There's unclean lust and clean lust.
That's right.
You understand? I lust after clean things. You understand? I want to get some money, cool, but I ain't going to serve that money.
Right.
You understand? I lust after having baby, having kids. That's a clean lust. Having wives, that's a clean lust. You understand? Those are clean lusts. Unclean lusts, homosexuality, drugs, what else? Bestiality, unlawful food, stealing a man's wife,
right.
Divorce. All those things are unclean lusts. You understand? Go ahead.
Through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies. To dishonor their own bodies between themselves.
It's a dishonor to your body when you do these things. You understand? Dressing up like a drag queen is dishonoring your body.
That's right.
You a woman, you want to wear sagging pants and man's boxes and all that. You dishonoring your body. If you are a man and you wearing skinny jeans and high heels and lipstick,
right? You
dishonoring your body. It's an abomination.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Verse 25. Who changed the truth of God into a lie?
Who changed the truth of the Lord into a lie? Who was it? Was it you? You know, you didn't change it. You accepted the lie. You understand? Who changed it? Around?
The white man.
So-called white man, which is the devil the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
Meaning the biggest liar on the earth. Of course, the biggest liar on the earth is going to change the truth into a lie.
That's right.
It's his job to do. You understand? The so-called white man changed the truth of the Lord into a lie. He changed the law and said homosexuality is acceptable. He changed the law. He changed it saying that it's a mental illness to be a homosexual. He changed it from that. You understand? He made it acceptable. You understand? Because the white man is a homosexual by nature.
That's right.
You understand? It's all around the world. You see it. You see it. You see it everywhere. You have a so-called white married family. You got Bob. You got Martha. You got what did I say? Bob. You got Bob Jr.
Right.
You understand? And then you got Lily, the daughter. And they've been together, and they've been all a family for 12 years. And then sooner or later, the wife finds out that Bob has been getting it in with his boss,
right,
Frank. They're the most average white people names. You know what I'm saying? She finds out after 12 years, not thinking that, and he thought he was getting away with it for 12 years. She just didn't bring it up for 5 of those years.
Right.
She knew.
Slacky, sir. For 12 years, her husband been going out Thursday nights for poker night with the boys.
Yeah, Thursday night poke night with the boys. The really night was poke his night with Frank. That's really what it was. It's not poke her night.
Right.
It's poke his night. It is there. Let me stop. But go ahead.
Verse 25. Who changed the truth of God into a lie and worship and serve the creature more than the creator?
You understand? The so-called white man changed everything into a lie. And he started serving the creature, which is Caesar Borgia, white Jesus, or whatever you want to call him. You understand? Start serving mankind over the Lord.
Right.
You understand? When you are homosexual, you don't serve the Lord no more.
That's right.
You serve mammon, which is mankind.
That's right.
You understand?
That's
what
right.
you have done. You have chosen your allegiance. You've made your election. Go ahead.
Who is blessed forever?
You understand? Because the Lord is blessed forever. You understand? The white man is never blessed. You understand? You'll never be blessed with your homosexual needs and desires and lusts. You understand? Keep reading.
26. For this cause, God gave them up unto vile affections.
You understand? The Lord gave us up unto vile affections. Affection is something where you just want to be held. It's something like a want of things. You understand? You're affectionate towards your woman. You're affectionate towards your children. You're affectionate towards whatever you have a passion for, right? That passion is vile. That passion of wanting to be Bob and Frank, you understand, is vile. Because Bob ain't building nothing.
Right.
He ain't building no family. He ain't building no kids. He ain't doing none of that. Really, he's preventing children.
That's right.
You understand? That's really what's going down. Go ahead.
For even their women did change the natural use unto that which is against nature.
You understand? And even the women change their natural use to what's against nature. What is the woman's natural use?
Being with a man.
Being with a man. And what else?
Serving the man.
Serving a man.
Having kids.
Having kids. You understand? That's the natural use of a woman.
Right.
Men can't have kids with men.
Right.
You understand? Your man can't give birth to a child, but he can give what it takes to have the woman get pregnant. You understand? It takes a man and a woman to tango.
That's right.
It takes a man and a woman to have children.
Right.
You understand? For all you homosexual women, can you both have children on your own? Or do you have to go get a donor? You got to get the donor, don't you?
That's right.
You understand? For all you so-called Egyptologist females out there saying that your Bartholin gland or whatever it is can help you get pregnant by yourself. You want to know why it's called the Bartholin gland? It's because it's bull crap. It's trash. It's throw up. Barf. You understand?
Right.
That's my little joke. You understand? A woman is supposed to be with a man to reproduce.
That's right.
The white man, the only reason so-called white people even have relationships with females is for reproduction purposes.
Right.
They don't want they don't want to be with the women. They got to be with the women for their race to carry on.
Right.
That's what they want. They choose to do that.
Right.
Black people, because the so-called white man has demonized the black Hispanic Indian man so much, y'all women believe that a man is no good.
Right.
But are you sure it's only the man that's no good? I'm pretty sure I know a lot of no good females.
That's right.
You understand? And I'm not throwing no shade. You understand? But I know a lot of y'all women, y'all put your husbands on child support, even if their man on child support, even if he wants to be in the kid's life.
Right.
Y'all women take away the kids from the man if he has no money. He lost his job, well, then you're going to go find Frank.
Right.
Because then y'all want to live a better life, but you won't struggle together for the better life. You think you just deserve the better life because you got a big butt.
Right.
You might have some big breasts, or you might have a box because you have a box. It's because you have a breast, a box, and a butt doesn't mean you deserve a better life.
That's right.
It don't do it. The reason, what determines if you deserve a better life or not is how you live your life.
Right.
You can't have a better life if you sell out. You don't deserve that life.
That's
You
right.
sold out. You understand? Women, you have left your purpose on life.
That's right.
You've left it. You understand? I can guarantee I can go around and ask 10 black women right now, what's your purpose in life? I'm gonna get 13 different answers.
Right.
You understand? None of them are gonna say build a family with a black man.
Right.
None of them are gonna say to raise my kids. They're gonna say that. They're gonna say get money.
Right. My education.
Go to school.
House.
Yes, they're gonna say all the materialistic objects.
Do me.
Yeah, there's that hoe strip. They're gonna say all the above. But really, how many black women really push and thrive for a actual family? Not very many. You want to know why I can say that? Because I see 500,000 abortions every year.
That's right.
If you really wanted a family, you wouldn't be having that many abortions.
That's right.
If you really wanted it. You understand? Because you've left your purpose in life.
That's right.
You've left the nature on how you should be living.
The
natural use.
Right.
You understand? Your natural use is to be a helpmeet. Natural use is to be a wife to that man, that black man. Your natural use is to have your 4 or 5 kids.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? That's your use, to clean the house. You understand? That's your use. Go ahead.
27. And likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman.
You understand? And the men have done it too. You understand? The women, the blame goes on both sides of the coin, both sides of the party. Women have faults, and the men have been faulted as well through the teachings of Christianity.
Right.
Through the teachings of the so-called white man, we have picked up on too many faults.
That's right.
We have become less perfect, and we have become imperfect. You understand? Men have left the natural use of a woman because men don't want kids no more.
Right.
Men don't want to be stand-up fathers. Men don't want to do none of that. Men just want to go have fun, sleep with all the women in the world.
Right.
You understand? And then a man will go take the woman that really wants to have the kid. He'll force her to go get that abortion.
Right.
You understand? So it's on both sides of the party. And the absolute root of it is the so-called white man and his Christian church.
That's right.
You understand? Go ahead.
Burn in their lusts, one toward another.
You understand? Because men have been burning in your lusts to make yourself feel good. You understand? It feels good when you're having sexual intercourse. It feels good. You homosexuals, it might feel good for your flesh.
Right.
Your flesh love it, but your spirit demises it. Demise, right? No. Demise, right?
No, not demise.
Despises it. Yeah, I knew I said that wrong. And your spirit despises that action that you commit. But since you're so caught up in your flesh, you don't care. Go ahead.
Men with men, working that which is unseemly.
Wait, what?
Men with men, working that which is unseemly.
Men with men working which is unseemly. You understand? It's unseemly to see a man holding hands with another man.
Yes, it is.
It's unseemly to see 2 men kissing and they beards rubbing up against each other. That's just unseemly.
It's unseemly to watch our Chicago mayor kissing her wife on national television.
Damn right. It's unseemly to see that. Well, she's black, ain't she?
Kind of.
The first black mayor in Chicago?
Kind.
It's
No. She's the first black woman. Mayor Washington.
It's unseemly to see the first black woman kiss her white wife.
6 feet 3, 5.
Yeah, that
damn
barbarian.
Right.
Yeah, that Bigfoot.
And she don't mind grappling and kissing these, I promise you. On national damn TV.
I'm glad I haven't seen that.
Oh my God.
It's unseemly to see that black mayor in Chicago, that black female mayor in Chicago, kissing her gargantuan white wife or girlfriend or whatever they are.
Wife.
You understand? That's unseemly. And now all the homosexual black females are gonna look at that and be like, "Oh, I can get power now."
Yeah.
That was you just empowered women's rights.
Yeah, they want their rights now.
They want that homosexual women's rights now.
Yeah. They think they're supposed to get everything that a normal couple.
Yeah.
Yeah, they feel they got the right for it. Yeah.
And that's what homosexuality has done. It's destroyed the minds of the Black, Hispanic, Native Indians, men and women. Go ahead.
And receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was meat.
You understand? You homosexuals are receiving something you should not receive. You understand? You're a man and you're receiving something, stop receiving it.
Right.
Unless it's the baseball or money or wives or kids. Receive what's right. And for your females, stop it. Stop it. You understand? Let's 1 Corinthians 14 and 33. 33.
First Corinthians 14 and 33. Yep. 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 33. For God is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints.
Yeah, one more time.
For God is not the author of confusion.
And the Lord is not the author of confusion. You understand? It's confusion for a man and a man to be together.
That's right.
It's confusion for a woman and a woman to be together.
Right.
It's confusion to have your LGBT movement and your gay pride parades. That's confusion.
That's right.
You understand? You confusing the men brain. You're killing your brain cells. You're killing yourself. Every time you kiss the same sex, you're committing suicide.
That's right.
Every time you have sex with the same sex, you're committing suicide. You understand? You ain't fully killing yourself every time, but you're taking another step off the cliff. You understand? If you don't want AIDS, stop putting your rod where it don't belong.
Sir, and I guess it's safe to say that whatever you think, you are definitely spiritually dead.
You're spiritually dead like a mug. You understand? Let me see if I can find this one scripture. Keep reading that.
Sir. For God is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints.
Say what?
But of peace, as in all churches of the saints.
You understand? The Lord isn't the one of confusion, but of peace. You understand?
Right.
The Lord is of peace. It's not a peaceful thing or a right thing for homosexuality to be what it is today.
Right.
You understand? It's not. Y'all can try to promote it all you want and try to prove and teach and promote and all that. But guess what? No matter how much you do,
it's like, sir, if I could give a little sidebar, I was reading something where it said that almost 100% of homosexuals are very violent and very promiscuous, which they, in their lifespan, they might have up to 400 or 500 lovers because they so, it's like they're on a mission, you know, so that's a high chance for you to catch that age crap, living that lifestyle.
Homosexuals, because they're homosexual, the thought of settling down is less of a choice for them. Feel me? Because it's in their spirit to want to settle down and have kids. As in everyone's spirit. You understand? The whole point of the matter is that since they are with someone they can never do that with, have their own kids.
Right.
they eventually keep seeking new partners. But because they still want to stay in a homosexual mind state, they're just following the same patterns. They got to break the wheel and go back to the straight side. You feel me? And I got the perfect scripture for that. I'm glad you said you said. Grab Galatians chapter 5, verse 17. Galatians 5 and 17 shall be the last scripture of the night.
Galatians 5, 17.
Yeah. Before Ephesians. Yeah. After John. It's right after Corinthians. Farther. It's right after 2 Corinthians. Next page. There you go. 5 and 17.
Galatians chapter 5, verse 17. For the flesh lusteth against the spirit.
You understand? The flesh lusteth against the spirit, meaning what? That the flesh.
That's cap.
Come on, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Slightly dead is my he's my own. I'll get it right now. You know, go back in a second. All right, I'll go rest. Calm myself. Read it again.
Galatians chapter 5, verse 17. For the flesh lusteth against the spirit.
And for the flesh lusteth against the spirit, meaning what?
Your flesh want to do what your flesh want to do, and your spirit want to serve the Most High.
You understand? Your flesh wants to do everything in its power to make you feel good.
Right.
You understand? Your it might feel good to be a homosexual,
right? Because
you're being pleased sexually, regardless. It feels good to your body. You understand? Your flesh wants what it wants. It wants to feel good. That's why people smoke weed, because it feels good to the body. You want people to smoke cigarettes because it feels good to the body, puts your mind at ease. You understand? It does those things. Mm-hmm. So because it feels good, you're gonna keep wanting, and you're gonna want it and want it and want it. It's what your flesh wants. But your spirit, he wants you to follow the Most High.
Right.
You understand? So that's why your spirit, your flesh fights against or lusts against your spirit. You understand? It fights against what your spirit wants. You understand? Your flesh lusts for the things your spirit tells you not to do.
That's right.
Literally. Go ahead.
And the spirit against the flesh.
And your spirit lusts against your flesh. Because your spirit lusts to serve the Lord.
Right.
Have you ever seen this Romans 9:2, I believe? I'm not gonna pull it. I'm paraphrasing. That our people have a zeal to serve the Lord, right, but not according to knowledge. I paraphrase it, I might have said the wrong scripture. Don't quote me on that. You understand? That's the whole point of the matter, is that we have a zeal to serve the Lord, right, but not according to knowledge. That's your spirit lusting against your flesh. You understand? That's the whole point of the matter. Keep reading.
And these are contrary the one to the other.
It was Romans 10:2. You understand? And these two things are contrary one to another, meaning you can't serve both.
Right.
You understand? You can't go and do whatever your flesh wants and what your spirit wants.
Right.
Because one wants righteousness, one desires wickedness.
Right.
You understand? That's the whole point of the matter, is you got to make your election sure. You understand? You can't serve both.
That's right.
You can only serve the spirit, or you can serve your flesh. You know, that's the whole point of the matter, is that you can't have it both ways. You've always heard that phrase. Everyone's heard that phrase. You can't have it both ways. People.
That's right.
You can't be homosexual and serve the Lord.
That's right.
You can't serve the Lord and go be a drag queen. You can't do it. You can't eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster and be a righteous man.
That's
you
right.
Can't. You can't be a righteous man and smoke weed and cigarettes. You can't do it. They're contrary to the other. They fight against each other. They're polar opposites, like the whole yin yang bull crap.
Right. You
understand? That's the whole point of the matter. Go ahead. Is that it?
So that ye cannot do the things that ye would.
You understand? The spirit this whole point is to keep you from doing the wicked, the evil. You understand? You're supposed to be a man after the spirit of the Lord. You understand? You can't be a man after the spirit of the Lord and try to do these abominations. Yes, that's the whole point of the matter, is that you can't do them.
That's
You can't. You can't do both. It's physically impossible to do both.
Total confusion.
It's total confusion. And you know the Lord isn't about that.
That's right.
The Lord said what it was and how to do it. That's what it is.
That's right.
Anything contrary to that, you an abomination. You understand? You're the light behind her. You understand? The whole point of the matter is Israel, we need to do better.
That's right.
You understand? This whole Xbox nonsense, it's wicked and it's another ploy to your children.
That's right.
Xbox is the majority of the kids play Xbox.
That's right.
You understand? Or PlayStation. It's either one or the other. But if your child has an Xbox, they are being influenced in the wrong way.
Right.
You need to take that Xbox away, go pawn it, and get that PlayStation.
That's right.
You understand? Go add my game attack. Well, I'll play with your kids when it comes to video games.
Right.
You understand? I almost made it sound weird. You understand? Put that Call of Duty on. We'll see who better.
That's right.
You understand? I'm a PlayStation man myself.
Right.
You understand? So with that, I'll pass the class over to priest and officer Rum.
Shalom. Security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. We are the I.S.U.P.K. started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits.
Right.
For 6 months, they are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. Mm-hmm. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. Mm-hmm. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother and sister will the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8 and 10 means tenth in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to Treasury Department or teacher. Priest funds, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. June 17th, closing of the Feast of Fruits. July the 25th through the 28th, we're having our cookout. Asking all brothers and sisters, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to come out to Rainbow Beach to enjoy yourself, to see real brotherhood, free food, good music, and connect with your people.
You understand? I could on that. All Israel is to be at the Midwest Fire Weekend, hosted in Chicago. Like the brother said, July 25th to the 28th. You understand? We got a lecture. We got on Thursday, the 25th. On the 26th, we got camp. You understand? Commander YAHANNA is going to be in the building.
That's right.
You understand? On Saturday, we got the Bantu Fest. Right. It's going to be explodingly glorious. We got shirts. We got oils. Whatever you need, come and get it. You understand? On Sunday, that's the day of the barbecue. Everything's free. Join your brothers, your sisters. We have events for the kids. We got events for the adults. We got some grilled food. We got the women are cooking. You already know how Israel get down. You understand? Over on the 77th and Lakeshore, over on Rainbow Beach. Make sure to tune in. Get your flight tickets. Contact your camp leader in your city near you. And make sure you come down to the Midwest Fire Weekend because it's going to be off the chain.
That's right.
You understand? So with that, we're going to say a Amajim.
Amajim Shabbat. Barak. Yahweh. Hashem Yahshua Baruch Atah. Yajmata, class dismissed.